Hello my friends and welcome to another Willmore's World. This time I'm going to actually do a review of my Evolution H3S Mitre saw. Now after I did the space saving Mitre saw station, Evolution was really impressed. And they asked me if I could do a review on their saw. This means that they sent me a couple of blades, one of their multi-purpose multi-cutting blades, and I will be doing a cut with this, and I have some materials to cut it with. I've got armoured cable, wood, I've even got plate steel, rebar, flexible conduit, some aluminium extrusion, and some angle iron. Bit more aluminium, some copper, bit of steel bar, some plastic, also some box section, some uni struts. I'm going to be interested to see how this all reflects on my saw. Also some H-beam, I think that's what you call it, and also some wood with nails. So let's go over to the saw. I'll tell you what my likes and dislikes are on the saw, and then we'll put some of this through and see how it cuts. So the saw, I bought the saw a few months ago, and they've asked me if I could give them an honest review. So I got a wood blade and a all-purpose blade from Evolutions for doing the review, and I also got the materials pack for doing the review. So the features of the saw are really good. There's always good and bad sides to anything, so I'll go over the good stuff, which is the positioning. You've got positive stops on the positioning, which is good, and it goes from 45 degrees from one way to 45 degrees another, so it's very good. Unfortunately, it's not as positive as you could actually have it, because if you see there is a lot of play in the locking device at the bottom here. If you lock it into position using the knob here, it does make it not move, but I need to check it with a square before I continue cutting. So in some ways, this amount of play here, it could actually be better. Now, you've got an adjustable height stop which you can use, which is a good thing. So you can set it to different heights and cut different grooves into the actual thing, which makes it more like a radial arm saw, which is always good. So that's a good thing. It can do, the blade is 210 millimeters, and it can actually do a cut of 220 millimeters. So from front to back is 220 millimeters. Now, for the price of the saw, and that is really good. It also can do up to 60mm high, and as I said, it's 222mm wide cuts. So it's good for the capacity that I need. I could do with the longer one, but it's one of those things that I chose this one because it was the price it was. Because I'm on a budget, I can't afford massively expensive tools. So for the price range, it's good. Another niggly thing is when I bring the cutting head down, there's a bit of movement. I think it's a lateral movement that in the head, which is on a couple of times when I've been using it, I've gone to cut a straight line and I found that that has actually caused me it to move, and it's not straight. So maybe it's just something that I've got on this saw, I don't know, but I just find it a bit niggly. Again, most of the time it's okay, but when you want to be slightly precise, that little thing can throw your cut out, and we want to be precise as much as I can be. But in general, that has only happened a couple of times, so it's one of those things that I think I'm just living with. When I did actually get this and I was putting it together, it was really simple to put together, and I have no issues with putting it together, and it actually is quite compact when you put it all together. To move it around is quite compact. You can actually lock it into position, and it means that you're easy to move it and there's no hassle moving it around. So that's the review of the saw, and now what we'll do is we'll give it a whirl with this materials. I'll change the blade first and then we'll cut the materials. So the first thing I'm going to try is the flat plate. So it's It's 100mm by 6mm. Here we go. Yep, it's actually cold, which is a very surprising thing. So, yep, stone cold. That's very impressive. Aluminium. Again, cold, and there's actually no real burrs on there, so it's actually a very clean cut, so that's cool. Next, plastic, so that should be no problem. Yep, no problem with that. It's definitely cold. Angled iron. Let's give that a go. There you go. A little bit of a burr, but it's very good. Great finish. Cold. It's very surprising how cold it actually is. So now, copper pipe. It's quick, it's clean. Bit of a burr on that bit, but that's not a lot. But it's cold, it's clean cut, so looking good so far. Small bit of aluminium. No problem with that. Again, cold. Yeah, it's quite impressive. Now, some 8mm round bar. That should be easy to do. So let's try it. Now that's cold. It's very cold, so it's actually quite good to touch. It's not burning. It's quick. It's quicker than what I've expected. Uni-strut. Now for some uni-strut. So let's see how that cuts. I'd expect it to cut very well because it's handled everything else well. So that was quite easy to cut. Again, other people have done this and they said it's been cold, and you're like, okay, I'll believe you, but when you actually do it yourself and you feel it, it's actually surprising how cold it is. You'd expect it to be quite warm, but yeah, it's cutting it very well. And now for the big stuff. Some 1-inch box section. Now it's I'm sure this will cut fine. Let's find out. Right, here we go. So I'm not going slow, super slow, but I'm not going really quick either. So I'm Honestly, I'm expecting it to be hot, so I'm very surprised every time I take it off and touch it. So now for the big boy. This is going to be the biggest thing I've ever cut on this. So because it's going to be a bit noisy, I'm going to put my ear defenders on. Here we go. Yeah, so it's it's cut through that side. It's cut through that side, and it's cold. Again, it's cold. Unfortunately, got all the way through, apart from about 8mm. So yeah, it does cut through it. I was expecting to cut it through in one piece, but I don't know. It's but it's definitely, for the actual size of the metal that I was cutting through, it's cold. Again, surprising. And there's a bit of a burr, but you'd expect it because you just cut through some metal. But it's not a lot of a burr, and it's a clean cut. Yeah, wood. I know it's good on wood because I've used it before, so but I'll just do it running through it anyway. So it's just cut through all that metal, and as you can see, it's a clean cut. So it's a very good blade to have if you want to do everything. As you can see, there's no marks. Both sides clean cut. Now, if you're using pallet wood, it's been said by other people that because you're using pallet wood, you could expect some nails you don't know that's there. It's not just pallet wood. Any wood may consist of having nails in there or bits of metal. You don't know. So I've added some nails here. So there's 7 nails in there, and if it's been cutting through the metal, I don't think it's going to show any problem cutting through this. So we'll get it on the edge, so it's on the where the nails are. So we've got a knot as well. So we've got nails, knot. Let's see what it can do. It's just going through them with no problem. And you can't even feel, you can't actually feel the actual nails in there. So that's really good. So yeah, I'm very well impressed with the saw blade. This is what I use on my router as a fence. Now it's aluminium and it wasn't sent by Evolution. This is what I've already got here in my shop. So it's 80mm long and it's 40mm deep. So let's see how this one deals. It should come out nice, but let's see how it does. So it's cut through it quite quick. This is the surprising bit for everything that I've been cutting, is the speed it's been going through is rather quick. And as you can see, it's clean cut and it looks really good. There's no heat again, and as I said, this wasn't sent by Evolution. This is what I already had here, and it's cut through it really good. So I'm very impressed. And if you look on the other side, it's clean cut. So 80mm by 40mm, and it's cut it no problem. So as you saw, the saw is really good, and with this, the ultimate blade for cutting, it cuts everything. Now, even the bit that they didn't send me, it cut really nice, and I'm surprised at the heat that wasn't there. Now, I don't know how it is, probably the angle of the blade or something like that, but this ultimate blade is really good, and it cut through the box section, it cut through this, cut through unishirt, aluminium, angle iron, plastic, cable. So thank you Evolution for the chance of doing this, for me to do this. Thank you for the blades. The fine tooth blade is really good for the wood as well. So they're really good. Thank you for the opportunity for me trying to cut everything I can on the saw with your blade. It was a success, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down. If you're in the market, the saw is £100 and I got mine, well, £99.99p, so £100. I got mine from Screwfix, and for the price range, it's a good saw. So, bye!